If let's say I just change the name to version 2, the email address to 2, I know this is invalid. I just do some testing. I just save the file. I go back to my pivot table, right click and refresh. You can see the name and the email, everything is updated. If let's say in the future it has more data at the bottom, this will pick that up as well. Have you ever in this situation where the data you receive it has multiple rows for a single record? Because of that, you are unable to do filtering, sorting, pivot table and more. So therefore, in this video, I'm going to show you how you're able to get this thing done easily using Microsoft Excel. Let's look at the raw data. What you can see on the screen, it has the headers, which is not necessary, and it has 2 rows to represent a single record. Example, the name, gender, email, mobile, email, mobile. So therefore, I want to bring them to be side by side. It will be something like this. If I were to do it manually, I need to do this multiple times, and this is quite taxing if I do in this way. Some people will be using formula, some people will be using some other method. Because you are using this kind of data regularly and they will get updated, this approach will require you to do this again and again. Let's see how you are able to get this thing done using Get and Transform, also known as Power Query. Now I'm inside a brand new file of Excel. You could do this in a brand new file or in an existing file. The steps are exactly the same. So I will go to Data ribbon and go to Get Data. Here I will choose from File, from Excel Workbook. If the files you're using, it could be a CSV, you can choose CSV file, or it could be some other things. It could be from a folder, you could apply the similar thing as well. Now my file is an Excel file, so I will just select this. And your prompt, where is the file? So I will just select the data. After double click, it will bring me towards Power Query Editor. In here, I will be picking the worksheet that I need. Currently, it is customer. I can see the preview of how the data looks like. And then I can click on the transform data. Now it brings me to Power Query Editor. In here, I need to remove the first 3 rows because they are just a report header, so I just do not need them. You can just click on the home, then there's something called remove row, remove top rows. I want to remove top 3 rows. Alright, so I will type number 3 and press OK. The top 3 rows is gone, and now I need to have a way to know the alternate number of the row before I'm able to do further processing. Now I need to go to add column, index column. So I will choose, I want to put the sequential number starting from number 1. And from that onwards, I can use a simple formula to determine whether it's an odd number or even number. So I will just click from 1. And you can see this is a sequential. So I have seen the numbers, the sequential numbers starting from number 1. The next part is I need to insert a custom column to indicate whether it is an odd number or even number. So I just say this is odd, even. Inside the formula, I will just use number dot mod. Number dot mod. Mod means modulus. I press tab key to confirm. It has added something extra. I just open parentheses. I will just pick from index, comma 2, close parentheses, and it will return 0 or 1 because of the remainder after dividing by 2. Now it says no syntax error. I will press OK. So you can see that's odd and even. I want to bring those with the number 0, that means the even part, to the different column. So I'll be using conditional column. I will say this will be, let me double check. I need to have the email and mobile. So I need to bring the email and mobile to a different column. So I will go to add column, conditional column. So this will be the email. The column odd even, whenever it's equal to 0, I want to choose from a column, select from a column. I will pick that's column 1. Otherwise, I will leave it blank. I press OK. You can see there are some blanks in between, so that's perfectly OK. And I do the same thing, conditional column. Now the next one is mobile. The column name I'm getting from odd even, whenever it's equal to 0, I want to select from a column where it is column number 2, otherwise I will just leave it blank and press OK. Now I have the email and mobile, and because I'm going to use the first row where it has number 1 as the reference, I need to move the data from bottom to go up. To achieve that, there's something called fill up. So I select these two columns, select the first one, hold down the shift key and click the next one. I just right click on their headers. There's something called fill. It's a fill up. I just fill up. Wonderful. Now I just need to take out those 0, which is redundant in this context. I just go to odd even column, filter, take out number 0 and press OK. Now I need to remove the temporary column. Click on the index, hold down the shift key and click on the odd even, right click and remove columns. Almost done, almost done. I just need to use the first row as the header. Click on the small icon here, click, then there's something called use first row as headers. Click, and now it is done. And ultimately I want to bring this data back to Excel. I just go to home, close and load, and you'll bring all the data back to Excel here. Yeah, ta-da! Job done. If let's say in the future I have some update on the data, what will happen here? Let's go back to my data. If let's say I just change the name to version 2, the email address to 2, I know this is invalid. I just do some testing. I just save the file. I go back to my pivot table, right click and refresh. You can see the name and the email, everything is updated. If let's say in the future it has more data at the bottom, this will pick that up as well. If you like or benefited from this video, please consider to subscribe and share this to your friends and colleagues, and let me know how this has helped you in your work. And my name is Tai. Take care and stay safe. Bye!